Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Randall. Today, since I have about 20 loyal viewers that watch, I'm just going to do what I want. And today, we're going to make smoked baked beans. It's going to be quite a haul. They're delicious, but it does take a while to put this together. You could do it easier in the oven. I don't like it easier in the oven. I like all the flavors. So that's what we're going to work on today. So stick around. I'm going to kind of show you what I put in this stuff, and then we're going to put it on the smoker. That is probably enough for our purposes today. Woo, doggy. So, my good friend of the channel, Andrew with ACR Protect, we're always kidding around. People like to see suffering in videos. This is from just trying to bake beans, people. Beans. But they're going to be magic beans, special beans. The one thing we are going to do inside is I'm going to brown the ground beef inside, because that smoker wouldn't brown it for 3 hours, if ever. So we're going to do that next. But first, a celebratory cold beverage. Get back with you in just a little bit when we go inside. That's what we got here. Is I've got a package of stew meat. This is packaged meat that we had processed. We bought half of an animal, a beef, and I'm going to do the other half in ground beef. We're going to put this over a medium fire. Nice. I was a little concerned it wouldn't be defrosted. I took it out last night, but it's still got a little ice on the inside. That's no big deal. I'll warm up soon enough. Kind of break that down just a little bit. It's kind of important at this stage that you salt and pepper the ground beef. You could do it afterwards, but it doesn't incorporate it quite as nice. We're going to give this a good peppering, black pepper. There we go. If you hear a little noise in the background, it's just our dishwasher trying to keep up with our cooking habits. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain 4 cans of pork and beans. And in this case, we're going to use showboat beans. But I think just about any type of pork and beans that you like will be just fine. And I would like to mention, this is a double batch of these beans. I wasn't going to fire up the smoker for one little petty pan of beans. So we're going to let those drain while our meat's browning. All right, so what we got here is we have 3 smallish jalapenos. I just lightly gutted them. I got most of the seeds out. They still have some, and we're not too worried about that. But it's what we want to do is chop these things up pretty fine. And Odin Wolf, if you're watching, this knife is making an excellent kitchen knife. I love it. It is razor sharp. We're going to use the amazing Whopper Chopper, as I call it. I don't have a clue what it's supposed to be called, but I call it the Whopper Chopper because you just whop it. Fine jalapeno. So we're going to kind of push those over to the side. Now our onions, you do not want to, you kind of want these rough because they're going to be sitting in this pan for a long time. If you cut them too fine, they're going to disappear on you. So we're just going to kind of rough cut them up. I want to taste that onion when I eat this. Now, normally I do all white onions, but ran out of white onions, so we're going to do 1 red onion in it. Won't hurt a thing. Did I mention I love this knife for a kitchen knife? All right. Excellent. So I have these pans, but I don't know that I can get it all in one pan. So I got 2. But I want to make sure it is incorporated correctly. So we have the bowl. We have our drained beans we're going to put into said bowl. We have all our onions and jalapenos that we're going to try to get into this bowl without making a gargantuan mess. What do we got? 7, 4. And here we have 15 ounces of drained green chilies. You can add more or less according to your taste. Now, this is going to call for 2 cups of whatever barbecue sauce you like. In this case, we're using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce because Sweet Baby Ray's is awesome. I may have to go dig out a new bottle. Now we're going to go in with 1 cup of brown sugar. Once about a half cup of regular old ketchup. Actually, it wants a cup since this is a double batch. Wow. Sure doesn't take long to go through some ketchup. Good enough. Thank God I got 2 pans out. We're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Looks about 2 tablespoons. Now for chili seasoning, I've just got a blend here of chili powder, garlic, cayenne pepper, and cumin. Wants about 3 tablespoons. We're just going to throw that in there. Now we've got our ground beef and stew meat combination. We're just going to put that right on top. All right, let's give this a mix. Holy crap, that's a lot. I think we're going to have to go with 2. I don't know. We'll see. What does that look like? Oh my God, that's heavy. Don't spill. Yeah, I think we're going to go with 2. I don't think it'll fit. If it does, it'll be heaping. Let's do another one. Last thing we got, some uncooked bacon. She's going to cook up nicely. We're going to lay those right on top. How about that? All right. So we got the beans on the grill. So we're rolling at about 210, 200, between 210 and 225 degrees. And we're just going to let that sit out there and perform its magic. I may let it cook. It just depends on how they look. At least 4 hours, I would say. Probably 4 hours on the smoker. But as you can see, I've already had to change shirts once, and I've almost got this one sweated down. I just can't do nothing without being a nasty mess. It's okay. I've come to the fun part, but I've got some no fun part because I got to go in the kitchen after this beer and clean up the kitchen so I don't get tomahawk because I made it a disaster. Cheers, my friends. So what should we do while we're waiting on these beans? It's an hour and a half before we actually even stir them. All right, folks. Y'all are going to have to forgive me. I'm on my third of tire of the day, which is swimsuit. And I'm not done with the pool yet, so we're going to keep this on. But I wanted to have a real talk for just a minute. So you notice I put these beans in aluminum pans. Please, please do not scrape your food in aluminum pans with an aluminum implement. Use something rubberized. It doesn't matter, anything other than metal. And the reason being is, so back in the 30s and 40s, people used cast iron. And cast iron is a great cooking surface. The one drawback to cast iron, it is super heavy. And, people got up in their 50s and 60s, and cast iron, those women, it just sucked. And along came the aluminum pots, and they loved them, and they bought them in droves. And I had a really sharp look into the time frame. All my grandparents, I had two grandparents that developed they developed Alzheimer's disease. My God, I might have Alzheimer's disease. They developed Alzheimer's, and I just saw a plague of Alzheimer's and dementia in these people that are now in their, if they're still alive, their 70s through 90s. Just a plague. And the common denominator is aluminum pots. Aluminum, it fries your brain. It's not good. Cast iron pots, you know what it does? If you scrape it with a metal spoon, it gives you your daily allowance of cast iron, or not cast iron, but iron. Aluminum does nothing good for you. So whatever you do, don't stir your pans with an iron or metal spoon, spatula, what have you. Use something rubberish. Those beans are ready to be stirred. Let's go take a look. Look at that. Ooh. Now we're back to the waiting game. You know what that means? Back to the pool. Laters. For all you Traeger boys out there, Traeger is taking over the world. Man, oh, I'm having to put effort into my smoker. I'm having to put effort into it, guys. Oh no. Oh, I survived. Well, I've got on my third set of clothes for the day. You know my wife loves me. And the beans are still cooking. And inside, I've got corn on the cob and summer squash cooking. It's going to be a delightful dinner. You can barely wait. Ooh, it is hot. So I found these. Let's see if I can. St. Arnold Tropic Boom Imperial IPA coming in at 9.5%. Really good beer, especially in this kind of conditions. Here we go. It's been almost 5 hours. Oh. Oh yeah. Those look delicious. All right. I just pulled the beans off the grill. I've been looking all day forward to testing these. Mm. Oh man, worth every minute. Oh, that is so good. Let's try this one with this big old slab of bacon on here. Oh my goodness. That's just sinful. I'm pretty sure I could eat that every day of the week, twice on Sunday. I mean, they're literally a meal unto theirself. Mm-hmm. So good. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and you should go out and make yourself some real beans. Don't settle for second class. And I'm going to go back in. I'm going to eat these, and I'm going to mix myself a plate of food because I got corn on the cob and squash. If you'd like to see some of that kind of stuff being cooked, let me know. But for right now, I'm going to eat these beans. Oh my goodness. Every bite. Just a sensation of happiness. We'll see you next time. Take care, my friends. Cheers.